I think one of my interests in the world as Mahdi Shaheeb Sher is Russia and the Soviet Union. We've had 70 years of the Soviet Union. That's how long it's lasted and prospered. But I think one of the things about Russia is Joseph Stalin. I think that Russia doesn't exist in history or world history. It seems to be an unusual concept. I think Russia is an unusual concept. I think if you look at world history, it's kind of like a wholemeal world. But when it comes to a modern notion of an existence of Russia in the world, it seems to be very cold, very damp, very wet, and very problematic. I have disfavourable opinions about Russia. I don't have any associations with Russia. I dislike Russia. The primary reason why I dislike Russia is violence. I think if you look at Russia, it does extreme violence more than any other group of people in world history. So I think the Russians are very violent in nature characteristic. I think it's something to do with deprivation or poverty. They are very violent by characteristics. So I think that's what the world has to contend with Russia, some kind of violent characteristic. I think they crush skulls and they use a lot of violence to kind of resolve disputes. I think people can talk, they can conduct handshakes, and they can offer gifts of friendship. But I think when it comes to Russians, how they resolve matters is usually through violence. So I think that the Russian people are very violent in character. And I think if you look at world history, there's not been much of a mention of Russia. Not many civilizations or countries talk about Russia because it's not existed very much in world history. But I think when you look at modern history, it's placed there a few times and maybe in a few violent times. So I think that there is a problem with Russia in the world. There is a problem with Russia in the world. With people like Lenin and Joseph Stalin and Marx as well, they're all interested in violence and conducting violence for their ideas. And you never conduct violence for ideas. You always offer a handshake and gift for friendship for ideas. And then you discuss ideas and you come to some kind of an accord. But I think with the Russia and its ideas, with Lenin, Stalin and Marx, they always introduce violence for their conviction. So I think there is a Russia problem in the world, and that's my view of Russia. Thank you.